There is an ancient secret hidden in your nostrils, one that activates your creative field. Your ancestors protected this knowledge as humanity's greatest treasure. They knew that the nose shapes destinies. It does not simply pull in air. They understood that each breath programs your emotions, your creativity, and your ability to manifest reality. You inherited this mechanism, but no one ever taught you how to use it. That is why you live on autopilot, wasting the most powerful ritual you carry on your face. Meanwhile, your life force leaks out, your creativity gets stuck, and your projects never leave the paper. You blame it on lack of focus, laziness, or external circumstances. But the root of it lies in unconscious breathing, which keeps you trapped in survival states. The ancestral nasal code you are about to learn here dissolves blockages in just a few minutes, reconnects you with your original creative power, and reactivates the field of manifestation that has always been yours by birthright. What you are about to discover will reveal why some people create with ease, while others remain stuck, and how you can finally step to the other side for good. There is a language you were never taught to decode, but it shapes every aspect of your creative life. It is the language of your nasal cycle, an ancestral code that sculpts your internal states without you even noticing. When your right nostril takes the lead, you access a specific type of energy. When the left one takes over, a different pattern sets in. This switch is not just random biology, it is inherited somatic programming. Traumas carried by your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents became imprinted in your breathing pattern. Creative blocks you cannot explain are often written into the resistance of a specific nostril. That feeling of always being out of balance comes from the disharmony in your ancestral nasal cycle. You inherited not only DNA, but also breathing maps filled with fears, limitations, and self-sabotaging patterns repeated across generations. That is why some projects flow easily, while others stall for no clear reason. That is why you feel creative at times and completely blocked at others. Your nose carries the energetic signature of your entire lineage, and also holds the key to reprogram it. What you are about to learn goes beyond breathing techniques. It is ancestral decoding applied directly to your creative field. You will identify exactly where your inherited blocks are stored and how to dissolve them through nasal awareness. You are going to discover how to turn the path of your breath into a laboratory for cellular and energetic reprogramming. It is time to break the inherited patterns and begin a new cycle, where every breath becomes a conscious choice, not a limiting legacy. This wisdom was not born yesterday. In the oldest Hermetic traditions, breath was seen as the direct link between matter and spirit, the pneuma that connects dimensions. The alchemists understood that the nose was more than just an air passage. It was the vibrational seal where the invisible becomes flesh. In the texts of the Corpus Hermeticum, breathing appears as a primordial ritual, capable of modulating states of consciousness and activating latent potential within the human structure. For centuries, Hermetic masters taught that nasal alternation regulated not only the physical body, but also the subtle bodies, etheric, emotional, and mental. Today, this ancient understanding finds surprising validation in modern neuroscience. Stephen Porges, through the polyvagal theory, showed that specific breathing patterns directly modulate the autonomic nervous system, determining whether we live in states of creative safety or defensive alertness. Studies on nasal dominance have revealed that each nostril activates different sides of the brain. The right nostril stimulates the left hemisphere, which is logical and analytical. The left nostril activates the right hemisphere, which is intuitive and creative. The natural cycle of alternation, which shifts approximately every 90 minutes, regulates brain waves, hormone production, and emotional processing capacity. The fascia, the connective network that runs throughout the entire body, responds to breathing patterns, releasing or solidifying tensions that carry cellular memories. Recent studies confirm that conscious breathing alters genetic expression, influences neuroplasticity, and reshapes the structure of neural networks linked to creativity and decision-making. What the Hermetics once called the divine breath is now recognized by science as a tool for neurological and emotional reprogramming. The bridge between mysticism and materialism has always been inside the body, breathing. Now you are going to map your breathing territory and discover where the blockages that limit your creation are stored. This is not a mental exercise, it is bodily archaeology. Every point of resistance you find along the path of your breath tells a story. Inherited traumas, crystallized fears, dormant potential. Your body holds a complete record of everything passed down through your lineage, and breath is the key that accesses this somatic database. Get ready to feel, not to think. This diagnostic ritual has 5 essential steps. Step 1. Close your eyes and breathe naturally for a few cycles. Gently place your index finger over one nostril without applying pressure. Inhale only through the free nostril. Take mental note. Does the air flow easily or meet resistance? Do you feel blockage, pressure, or tightness? Switch sides and repeat the process. One nostril will always be dominant, the one where air flows more freely. Make a note of which one is dominant right now. Step 2. Keep your eyes closed and bring your attention to the internal path of the breath. Inhale slowly and mentally follow the air's journey from the nostrils, passing through the area between your eyes, down your throat and into your chest. Identify where you feel tension, tightness, or blockage. Some people feel knots around the forehead, others in the middle of the throat, and others in the chest. These resistance points are body maps of crystallized emotional memories. Step 3. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Breathe normally and observe which hand moves more. If only your chest expands, you are breathing shallowly, a typical pattern of a nervous system in constant alert. If your abdomen moves more than your chest, you are accessing deep breathing, a state of safety and presence. Step 4. Take a deep breath and, during the exhale, gently move your hands along the path from nose to chest to abdomen. Where do your hands detect areas of excessive heat, cold, or tingling? These are energetic signatures of inherited blockages. Heat may indicate emotional inflammation. Cold suggests disconnection or trauma. Tingling reveals energy in motion, ready to be released. Step 5. Breathe only through your dominant nostril for 10 full cycles. How do you feel? More agitated, calmer, more focused, more scattered. Each nostril activates specific mental and emotional patterns. The nostril that dominates determines whether you access a state of creation or survival in that moment. Now that you have mapped where the blockages are, it is time to dissolve them. This ritual works with breath as an active force for cellular and energetic reprogramming. Each conscious breathing cycle breaks somatic crystallizations and releases memories trapped in the fascia. Get ready to feel real changes in your energy field. First movement. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Visualize your breath as a luminous golden thread entering through your nostrils. This thread is not just air, it is conscious light capable of dissolving any resistance in its path. With each inhale, see this golden thread descending from your nostrils to the center of your brain, illuminating the entire cranial region. Second movement. Direct the golden thread of breath to the tension points you identified during the diagnostic. If there was a blockage in your throat, Visualize the golden light filling that entire area, softening it, warming it, untying the knots. If the resistance was in your chest, send the golden thread straight there, expanding your internal space, creating freedom where there was tightness. Third movement, extend the path of the golden thread down to your lower abdomen, connecting nostrils, brain, and creative center. Visualize a luminous triangle formed by these 3 points. This is your reactivated axis of creation. With each breath, strengthen this connection, feeling your vital energy circulating freely among these regions. Fourth movement, breathe consciously through alternating nostrils. 3 cycles through the right nostril, gently closing the left. 3 cycles through the left nostril, gently closing the right. 3 cycles through both nostrils together. During each cycle, feel the golden thread dissolving resistance, releasing old tensions, and reprogramming crystallized energy patterns. Final movement, finish with 10 deep breaths through both nostrils, visualizing the golden thread now as a continuous current of light that connects you to your original creative field. Feel your body lighter, more present, more connected. Mentally note the changes you perceive, more mental clarity, less physical tension, a sense of internal expansion. Slowly open your eyes and observe how different you feel compared to the moment before the ritual. That difference is the evidence that you have just reprogrammed somatic patterns that were limiting your creative capacity. With the blockages dissolved and the golden thread established, you are now going to consciously activate your creative field through nasal harmonization. This stage transforms your breath from an automatic reflex into a sacred ritual of co-creation with life. Each breathing cycle becomes an act of conscious choice, a declaration that you are taking the reins of your creative destiny. Solar phase. Breathe exclusively through your right nostril for 7 full cycles, gently closing the left. This nostril activates your left brain hemisphere, the area of structure, focus, and materialization. Feel determination energy filling your body. Visualize your projects taking shape, your ideas becoming organized, your willpower growing stronger. This is the creative fire that transforms dreams into reality. Lunar phase. Now breathe only through your left nostril for 7 cycles, gently closing the right. This nostril awakens your right brain hemisphere, the realm of intuition, inspiration, and connection with the greater field. Allow insights to arise naturally. Feel yourself open to information that comes from beyond the logical mind. This is the creative magnetism that attracts synchronicities and opportunities. Integration phase. Breathe through both nostrils simultaneously for 10 deep and conscious cycles. Feel both energies, solar and lunar, masculine and feminine, structure and flow, dancing in harmony within you. This is the state of integral creation, where you access both the power that manifests and the wisdom that inspires. Installation of the new pattern from now on. Every time you begin any creative activity, writing, working, making important decisions, take 3 conscious breaths following this sequence: right nostril, left nostril, both nostrils. This 3 breaths ritual installs a new internal command. You no longer act on autopilot. You act in a state of creative presence. Final anchoring. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your abdomen. Take a deep breath and declare inwardly, with every breath, I choose to create consciously. Feel this affirmation resonate in every cell of your body. You have just reprogrammed your relationship with breath and, as a result, with your ability to manifest reality. The ancestral nasal code is now active within you. Rowena carried creativity the way one carries thirst in the desert, always present, never fulfilled. A trained visual artist, she lived the cruel paradox of having brilliant ideas that died halfway through. Every project began with fire and ended in the ashes of procrastination, until she discovered that she was breathing as if running away from herself. Her left nostril had been permanently blocked since childhood, a reflection of a trauma she no longer remembered, but that her body had stored like a living archive. The result: constant dominance of the right nostril, logical hemisphere in overdrive, intuitive side suffocated. She was creating with only half of herself. When she learned the nasal ritual, the first session was a visceral revelation. As she forced breath through the blocked left nostril, a wave of repressed emotions rose from her chest. Crying, anger, relief, all at once, like a dam breaking. In the second week of practice, something changed. The ideas not only came, they flowed straight into her hands. Projects that had stayed for months in the drawer of her mind took shape in just a few days. Creativity stopped being episodic and became a natural state. Rowena discovered that she did not need to force inspiration, she just needed to breathe with all parts of herself. Today, she breathes consciously before any creative act. 3 cycles, solar, lunar, integrated. It became a sacred ritual that precedes every piece of work. Her art changed. Her life was transformed. Everything improved considerably when she stopped breathing in halves and chose to use the full nasal code that had always been there, waiting to be discovered. Something inside you will try to sabotage this practice. An inner voice that dismisses anything related to the body as new age nonsense or a waste of time. That resistance did not come from you. It was installed by a culture that profits from your disconnection. The more dissociated you are from your own body, the more dependent you become on external solutions, products, methods, and gurus. Internal sabotage is deliberate programming designed to keep you away from the most powerful creative laboratory you possess, your own respiratory system. When resistance shows up, and it will remember this, your ancestors died defending knowledge like this. You are capable of applying the ancestral nasal code even when internal voices resist. Resistance is proof that you are stirring deep structures that would rather stay on autopilot. Every time you breathe consciously, in spite of mental sabotage, you reclaim sovereignty over your creative field. Transformation happens precisely when you act despite resistance, not when it disappears. You have just crossed a bridge that few dare to walk across. The reconnection with the creative laboratory that has always lived within your body. You discovered that breathing is not just a biological function, but an ancestral language capable of reprogramming crystallized destinies. You felt in your own skin how inherited blockages dissolve when you bring awareness to the nasal cycle that shapes your inner states. You recognized in your nose the vibrational seal that determines whether you are living in creation or merely reacting to the automatisms that govern most people. Each nostril revealed a hemisphere of possibilities, solar and lunar, structure and flow, materialization and inspiration. The golden thread of conscious breathing connected regions of your body that had been disconnected for years, releasing vital energy that had been trapped in somatic tensions and crystallized emotional memories. You experienced real alchemy, turning air into awareness, breath into creation, automatism into personal sovereignty. This is no longer about seeking power outside of yourself. You have rediscovered that you have always been the temple where matter and spirit meet. Your body is no longer just a vehicle. It has revealed itself to you as a sacred altar, where each inhale becomes a ritual of rebirth. Psychologist James Hillman taught that breathing is the most intimate act we perform, and you have just transformed that intimacy into a portal of conscious creation. Your creative field does not pulse in a distant dimension. It vibrates in the nasal rhythm that you now know how to decode and harmonize with intention. You have broken the spell of cultural automatism and taken back the reins of your creative destiny through the most revolutionary act of modern life, breathing with sacred intention. You will never again be a prisoner of the inherited patterns that kept your creativity locked away. The ancestral nasal code now pulses alive within you, turning each breath into a declaration of creative freedom. The secret was always where it was meant to be. In the very first place you would look if you knew the extraordinary lived there. If this content resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This helps us expand this field of ancestral knowledge even further. I would love to know how you feel the nasal code activating your creative field. Write in the comments, "I activate the creative field held within my nose." This affirmation seals your intention to live while breathing consciously. Share this video with someone you know who needs to reconnect with the creative laboratory that lives within their own body. And do not stop here. Click on the screen and dive into another transformative video on this channel. Every ancestral secret revealed brings you closer to the reality you were born to manifest. Remember this: when you turn automatic breathing into a sacred ritual, each breath becomes a decree of conscious creation.